You know, one of the big differences between Japan and America is the light. Light in Japan was just so fantastic. The light is good here in terms of there's plenty of it, but just in terms of the quality of light, amazing. Yeah, you could just frame images and just even translate it just into the visual factor was just so incredible in Japan. Anyway, I wanted to make a quick video and tell you about an interesting discussion or thing Emily told me about. She was texting with one of her friends in Japan. Of course, they're texting in Japanese. This is a language related thing. And her friend relayed the sad news that her bird had died. And Emily told me that she had a moment where I don't mean to laugh, but she didn't know what to say with regard to that. It's like, your bird died, and of course you want to say, I'm sorry to hear that, or something like that. She couldn't. No, the conversation was in Japanese, so she wanted to say that in Japanese, but she couldn't remember how to say it. See this bus right here? This is the shuttle that runs through all the facilities here, all the little Irvine Company apartment communities, and the Spectrum, and even across the freeway over to the big shopping center over there. It's a free shuttle. You can wander around. It's easy to get on. I could have got on it right now and take me over. Oh, well, he thinks I'm waiting for him. I'm not. Anyway, the problem was Emily didn't know what to say to her friend because she couldn't remember how to say it in Japanese. So she just typed literally in English, in Roman, characters, "I'm sorry," which, anybody in Japan that's had the standard English training over there will know what that is. And her friend, there was this long pause, and the response came back in Japanese saying, "Why are you sorry? You didn't kill my bird." And Emily had to try to explain as best she could in an awkward situation. So we thought, Emily and I both thought that, that maybe Emily was, kind of losing it with the Japanese a little bit, that she couldn't think of a way to say that. And we just kind of let it at that. And I thought that was interesting, and it made me a little concerned, too, that maybe she's losing her Japanese. Until later, I was talking to my wife, Yumiko, about the same thing. And I love this building. And the light off of it sometimes in the evening is just phenomenal. Wow, look at that light now. And Yumiko commented to me that, yeah, when I told her the story, she says, yeah, I wouldn't know what to say either. I said, really? Born and raised in Japan? I mean, I'm not worried about Yumiko losing her Japanese. You wouldn't know what to say either. And she said, yeah, that's just one of those things, zanen going, I can't think of a couple of things. Zanen was one that came to me. A couple of expressions, a few, off-the-cuff expressions that Yumiko mentioned. She says none of them just quite, are quite what you would want to say. And then we kind of realized that it wasn't so much an English-Japanese thing as much as just a Japanese thing. That that's just an awkward situation that there may not be a particularly good response to. Both Yumiko and Emily had encountered that. It'd be interesting to see what other Japanese people or other people very familiar with Japanese might say. What do you say in such a case when someone tells you the bird died or something similar? Not so sure. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. At once and then how Emily turned to English to try and fill the gap, because saying I'm sorry to hear for your loss, or sorry about your loss, or something like that fills the bill quite nicely in our language. And Emily kind of used that as a crutch in a challenging situation but the result wasn't quite what she expected, right? Because the person thought she was taking responsibility for the dead bird. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm going to go over here now to the Spectrum and stop by C's Candy and get some chocolates for my mom. Going out and see her tomorrow for Mom's Day. And a happy day to all of you. Have a great day. Take care. Oh, and by the way, I did check with Emily before I made this video. I don't want to embarrass her. Sometimes people ask me, why don't I show my family more in my videos? Largely it's because this is a public venue, and I'm fine sharing my public life, my private life in a public venue, but I don't want my wife or daughter to be subject to that, even though for the most part they're okay, and they've told me repeatedly since we came back that that would be okay. But Emily does change when I turn the camera on. She kind of becomes a little more distant. I think she's a little, you know, self-conscious about it. So I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So to that end, also I want to make sure that I clear these things with her before I turn the camera on as well. Don't want to embarrass her, even if she's not even there. Okay, take care everybody. Bye-bye.